Howdy, folks.
Stop laughing. No, seriously, stop laughing. Those of you that have read the title to this video. Yes, we are going to be talking about that this time around, but I don't expect it to be too cheesy despite being what it is. Anyways, my Ashen's rip-off-itis is still bothering me lately, so plaid sofa time once again as I look at expanding my horizons as to what kind of cheap dollar store stuff I'm going to try living off of. Now, earlier on, I mentioned Hanover soups. This is kind of basically the brand of soup you can find in the dollar store around here, and it's not like there's some weird brand that nobody's ever heard of before from some remote corner of the earth, or something like the instant cupcake microwave thingy I did earlier, where the stuff literally was made in China, so apparently it makes more sense to ship what was basically bagged pancake mix all the way across the ocean and sell it at dollar store. I don't know. But, anyways, my video and the Ashen's video that I was parodying when I did that Jay versus the Poundland instant cupcake thing, which wasn't really from Poundland because I'm not in Britain, of course. Yeah, that's another discussion for another day, but I already did that to death in that video. So this is chunky beef vegetable Hanover soup, and it's pretty decent stuff, although sadly this specific flavor seems to no longer be in stock at my local dollar store. I've been trying to figure out why specifically Hanover, and I thought, I took a look at the can for these things, and the company is Hanover Foods out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. Heck, they even have a website. So I'm wondering if maybe this is a smaller, privately held, more local food-producing, soup-making company that sells in dollar stores around here just to get their stuff out to more markets without having to chase Campbell's and Progresso all around the country when it comes to shelf space. Anyways, this stuff isn't all that bad, although compared to other types of chunky soup, it comes in a smaller 15-ounce can, more similar to the traditional soup can sizes that I saw when I was a kid growing up, when I was a little kid, even as far back as the 80s, and no easy open tabs, you actually need a can opener. So what do you know, soup in a real can. Anyways, we're not here to talk about the soup. As the title might suggest, we're going to be taking a look at dollar store baked beans, and to keep things at least somewhat familiar, Hanover baked beans, brown sugar, and bacon. The gold line. Okay, well it's got a nice shiny it's a nice shiny can, but what do we got? 19 ounces, 98% fat free. See back panel for nutritional information. Now here's the thing, back panel. It's a can, it's cylindrical. Shouldn't it say something like, just keep turning and you'll see the nutritional stuff, darn it. What do we have for nutritional stuff, by the way? Serving size, half a cup, servings per container, 4. It's another thing with the whole serving size thing. When you think of eating a bowl of baked beans, you don't think of the idea of maybe having like 4 servings of the stuff, but that's basically what the serving size is, but what do we got here? So, okay, not a lot of fat. Sodium, 22%, so times 4. That's almost your day's worth of sodium from this one can. So, once again, we're looking at a salt bomb, but a lot of canned stuff tends to be that way. Carbohydrates, that'd be 40% carbs if you ate the whole can. Dietary fiber, oh, and this is, of course, because it's baked beans. Dietary fiber, 26%, so more than your day's worth of fiber from this one can. Sugars, per serving, it's similar to a thing of milk, but anyways. Ingredients, prepared beans, water, brown sugar, high fructose corn syrup. Oh, great. Hello, high fructose corn syrup. Long time no see. Sugar, bacon, cured with water, salt, blah, 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 all that chemically stuff, caramel color, spice, natural, artificial flavoring. What's this? Microwave directions. 2 to 4 minutes. Oh yeah, sounds about right. I'll just toss it in for 5 because my microwave is complete crap. What's the serving suggestions things? To complement the home-style taste of Hanover brown sugar and bacon baked beans, try adding garnish either with onion, pepper, cheddar cheese, etc. Serve with cornbread or brown bread. Hanover Foods, Hanover, Pennsylvania. Alright, so I'm more than familiar with these folks' soup, and for something from the dollar store, it's halfway decent. So I'm expecting the same from the baked beans. So let's go grab a bowl, and let's see what we have to work with here. So this is what we have to work with here. Well, it's pretty basic. Not that much different from, say, Bush's or B&M type stuff, but I've had all kinds of baked beans before. One thing I will notice, though, is that I don't know if it's you'll be able to see it, but the beans kind of look a little jagged compared to the smoother stuff that you see in the bigger brands and stuff like that. But who cares? As long as it's as long as it's baked beans. I mean, it's baked beans for Pete's sake. Can't be too picky with that. Also nice to see that we fill up a bowl with just one can, unlike the dollar store soup, which often takes 2 cans because of how watery it is. So, actually, technically, dollar store baked beans could be cheaper than dollar store soup, except, of course, it's baked beans. You don't want to be eating this stuff when you're going to be running around all over the place, because this is how high in fiber it is, but... Okay, let's quit making jokes about beans and stuff like that and actually heat this stuff up. To the microwave it goes! Okay, so dollar store baked beans, they're done of course, and well, they're baked beans. I don't really know how much you can cheese ball these things. Like I said, the appearance is a little rough and the color is a bit different than, say, Bush's or B&M or the big name baked beans or stuff like that, but knowing Hanover, I imagine this stuff's probably a very viable alternative to the stuff that costs more. So once again, to not totally mess up the carpet, you folks are going to have to stare at the can while I try these out. But anyways, dollar store baked beans in 3, 2, 1. As I figured, the texture is a bit different, but other than that, it is fully viable. Makes me wonder why I ever spent more than $1 on cans of baked beans. Good stuff, actually. Good stuff, actually. High in fiber. It's got a lot of salt, though, because it's canned, but definitely plenty of fiber and stuff. I'd say that for weekend food or something like that, when you're not going, if you're not going to go anywhere or anything along those lines, you don't have to worry about, you know, the side effects of beans here. I'd say that dollar store baked beans are probably a tastier, more filling, and overall just better alternative to dollar store soup. So, not to encourage product line cannibalization here, but Hanover actually does a pretty decent job with baked beans. I'd actually say that these are probably better than the soup, because compared to other types of chunky soup, Hanover chunky soup feels more like cheesy dollar store stuff, but these baked beans on the other hand, I mean, you can't mess up baked beans that much. Only thing is, where's the little blob of fat? Isn't there like usually a little blob of fat in each can of baked beans and stuff? I didn't see one with this one. Heck, they even got something resembling it on the illustration and stuff on the can. Anyways, dollar store baked beans. I think it pretty much. I've said all I need to say here. All I'm really going to do by continuing this video any further is just say the same stuff over and over again. So I'm going to finish these after ending the video. And there you go. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay reminding you, yeah, you know, some of that stuff in the dollar store is pretty well worth it. Stuff like that. Hanover baked beans. Good job, Hanover. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by, and bon appetit.